I predict the unpredictable for this year's Love Island 2024. I like what I'm seeing so far, and I have to say, this must be one of the hottest batch of men I have ever seen in my life on Love Island. Let's get into it.
I saw him first.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. It's your host, Angie. If you're new here, this is I Saw Him First podcast, where we talk about all things dating and relationships, and sometimes, personal growth, personal development, things like that. So today we're talking about Love Island UK. It's only just started, so I'm going to do a little bit of like a, cast analysis and maybe some predictions that I have right now. So at the time of recording, we've only had 5 days of footage. So this will kind of be a little bit, in the past-ish. So next week it would be the week before and so on and so forth. All right, let's get started. First, we have Omar. And I don't know anything about Omar because right now, as I'm recording this, Omar just went into the villa as a bombshell, okay? Mimii, spoiler alert, Mimii was left single when Omar chose Ayo. So Omar's gone in now to save my girl Mimii. I have to say, I was so happy. I was so happy when they said there was a man for her because I felt so bad, I'll talk about Mimii when it's time to talk about Mimii. But, I have so much to say about her. But I did feel kind of bad for her. So I was excited when they said, Omar is waiting for you to go on a date. So Omar is 25 from Croydon and is a PE teacher. Normally I have a problem with personal trainers, but I don't think I care about the fact that he's a PE teacher. Personally for me, actually I'm lying. I don't know if I want to date a teacher, but that's personal reasons. I don't think I want to date a teacher. But profession wise, I think it's okay. I don't think, being a fitness teacher automatically means douchebag in the same way being a fitness coach and a personal trainer kind of automatically means player douchebag, because guess what, you can't control the clients that they have. They might have an all-female client who's to judge, or it could be only men, but still we know what the gym bro reputation is, okay? Especially when they're fitness trainers. They be in the gym 6 days a week at a minimum, and you can't really say anything. It's they're obsessed with fitness. That's the only thing they know and love. So personally, gym bros, fitness coaches, fitness trainers, not really for me. However, maybe Mimii is into it. At least he's fit, okay? At least a fitness coach, a PE teacher is fit. So that's all I have to say about Omar. I don't know. His face-wise, I think he's all right, he's okay. He's not giving what Ayo is giving, unfortunately. So slightly a step down from, I feel so mean saying that. A slight step down from Ayo, but he's still good looking. He's a fine man, I have to say. He's a fine man. Oh, and I heard that he's actually friends with Stormzy. So I think that has something to do with Maya Jama. I think Maya Jama literally dropped that man in there for Mimii, because I kind of had a thought. What if Omar had chosen a different man? Would they still have sent Omar in, or did they have people lined up just in case? I had that thought, and I think they have to have at least 2 people lined up just in case, right? Because I think it's a bit of you never know with Love Island. It could go either way. If Omar had gone for Joey Essex, I feel like they would have sent a different boy in, perhaps a white boy, that will be able to go on a date with the girl. I forgot her name. Sam. Not to say that, white girls don't like black guys. We know that they do. But I feel like them sending in Omar, a black guy, specifically for Mimii was on purpose. I don't think they would have sent in a white guy for her, knowing fully well that a lot of white guys don't date black girls. It's not controversial. It's not, there's no hidden undertone in what I'm saying. It's just kind of factual. There are indeed more white girls that go for black men than white men that go for black women. So yeah, anyway, so that's all I have to say about Omar, nothing else. So yeah, I'm grateful to Maya Jama for doing our girl a favor. Good job, Maya. Right, moving on now to Umar is second on my list. Umar, the bombshell, the second bombshell of the season. Well, the first female bombshell of the season. Umar is so beautiful, and I'm not just saying that because she's, half Nigerian. Nigerian girls are just it. We're just the it girls. I'm sorry. Of all the African women, I think, there's a bit of a hierarchy. Nigerians are kind of like, top tier. Don't come for me. Anyway, so Umar is 23. I guess she kind of looks 23 from North London. And she's a VIP host and model. Kind of suits her. I'd say, she's a pretty girl, I don't know what VIP hosts do. I guess bottle girls, maybe, sparklers and things like that. So it suits her. Like, you're pretty, may as well milk it. You know what I mean? But she's really tall. She's really, really tall. That's something that surprised me. And I think that's also another reason why she went for Ayo, because he's the tallest man in the villa. Like, he's got the heights. And next to her, it's like, a really good height difference. It's a good juxtaposition. As a woman, I don't care how tall you are, right? As a woman, I think this probably isn't the case for everyone, but I think no matter how tall you are as a woman, you kind of still want a taller man. I don't know, you kind of still do. And Uma, I think she said she's 5'9", and in heels she could go up to like 5'11", almost 6 foot. So think about it. She probably also still wants someone that's, a certain height taller than her. So yeah, her entrance, coming into the villa, all the men were blindfolded, and then she just walked in kissing all of them. Did she choose that, or did the producers ask her to do that? Because that wouldn't be my first choice. I don't know if I would happily volunteer to just go and kissing everybody, like passing saliva on from one man to another. Oh my God. Even Joey said it sucks for him that it was the last guy because it got everyone's like sloppy seconds. That's kind of disgusting when you think about it. Like, you just kissing 6 men all at once. Like, never have I ever. She wins. If she ever played Never Have I Ever in the future, like, she wins. There's no argument with that. 6 men in a minute or less. That's a record. So personally, I wouldn't choose to go in kissing all the boys, but she definitely made a splash. She made an entrance, and I kind of liked how she, pulled Ayo out of the crowd, and they were kind of looking for him afterwards, like, where did he go, and then whispered in Joey's ears saying, I'm coming back for you later. I think that was it's really sexy. But Ayo's reaction, let's talk about it. Ayo's reaction was slightly too enthusiastic for someone that claims to be into Mimii so much. Not too long before Umar came in, he was saying to Mimii, when he tried to kiss her, he was saying to Mimii how he likes her so much, and he thinks, she not the one, but he basically sort of declared his affection towards her. And then fast forward, Umar walks in and he's like, oh. Like, I don't like men that get so giddy, and I'll talk about this in a bit when we get to Ronnie. I can't stand men that get so giddy when a pretty woman walks in. It's like, calm down, like, chill. So I don't like Ayo's reaction when Umar came in and, kissed him and dragged him out of the crowd saying, let's go. I was like, ew, okay, like, get a group. But besides that, yeah, Ayo's doing all right. He's doing all right. But we're on Umar right now. What else do I have to say about Umar? I like her personality. I think she's so bubbly. She's so cheerful. She is the kind of woman that I picture a lot of men will like, because she's like a happy-go-jolly. She's just like happy-go-jolly, happy-go-lucky. I think that's what it is. Happy-go-lucky. Yeah, anyway, she's a happy girl. She seems to be a girl's girl as well. She kind of makes every girl feel like she's on their side. She was with Harriet when Harriet was talking about how Ciaran kissed her in bed, but then told her not to tell anybody. Yeah, she kept it a secret, even when Nicole called her to the side saying, I don't like what Ciaran's doing. Ciaran's cuddling Harriet in bed. And also just yesterday telling me that he's leaning more towards me, blah, blah, blah. Like, she kept it hush. And I respect that. Like, Uma, hats off to you. She didn't say nothing. I feel like if it was someone like, let me see, Ekin-Su. Not saying Ekin-Su is not a girl's girl. If she was someone like Ekin-Su, I think Ekin-Su now would be 2 summers away. I feel like Ekin-Su would have just like, for the drama, for the sake of it, right? She'd have spilled the tea. So I kind of respect Uma for just like, pretending like she didn't know jack, like she didn't know anything. So I like Uma. So far, so good. Besides stealing Mimi's man from her. But also, is it really stealing though? Is it really stealing? She just repossessed. She just repossessed Aya because, yeah, let's face it, he's fit. He's a fit guy. Who wouldn't want a bit of that? I know I would. Moving on swiftly to our next Islander. At number 3 here, we've got Joey Essex, the king of reality TV. This guy has done Young with Essex, celebrity dating, celebs go dating, get me out of here. I don't even know if he's done Dancing on Ice at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. He's done everything. When he came in, I was shocked. I was like, wait, what? Joey Essex? Because I've been watching Joey since, not watching religiously, but the first time I came across Joey, it has to be like almost 10 years ago now. And I remember him being fit back then. So the fact that at 33, still so fit, like, there's just, as much as I hate to fangirl, I hate to be one of those girls that's like, oh my God, Joey Essex. But like, he's fit. He's fit. It's just got something. It's the rays. It's got so much charisma. His face, it passes. His body, this man is built kind of like a god. His body, I think, is doing it more for me than his face. But I like his haircut. I like the short trim, like smart look. I like blue eyes. He has blue eyes. So I think that adds to his charm. His teeth though, I think that reminds me of that episode in Friends when Ross got his teeth like whitened and it was like fluorescent light in the dark, like glow in the dark. That's kind of what Joey's teeth reminds me of. I don't really like too artificially whitened teeth. Like it looks a bit too like fake. But I guess, celeb scenes, in the celeb, atmosphere, it's kind of normal to have your teeth like that. But yeah, Joey came in with a bang. I was very pleasantly surprised when he walked in, and so were a lot of the other islanders. Were like, it's Joey Essex. Is that Joey Essex? Also, something else I wanted to mention: the accents on the show. It's accents in the season. So many different accents. A lot of northern accents, like Welsh accents, Scottish accents. Kind of like, we don't have a Liverpool accent yet. We don't have any Scouse people yet. But a lot of like northern accent. And I do like the northern accents. I just sometimes feel like Nicole, I can't hear half of what she's saying. Like I have to really listen. I have to like watch her mouth when she speaks because her accent is so strong. But we'll talk about Nicole later. Anyway, Joey Essex, he's a bit of me. Let's see, how old is Joey? Joey's 33, from Southwark in London. TV personality, more like multi TV personality. He's been on all the shows in the UK at this point. Like it's been on all the shows in the UK, but I'm glad they brought him on Love Island. I think it's a good addition. It does add something to it. There was one scene that particularly stood out to me. It was when he was talking to Harriet about, Ciaran, and Harriet was a bit on the fence about whether or not Ciaran would prefer Nicole to her, and Joey just called Ciaran there on the spot and said to him, right there and there, who do you like more, Harriet or Nicole? And like, okay, first of all, ballsy, but Ciaran answered. He said straight up he thinks he's preferring Nicole, and that hurt Harriet's feelings. it hurt our feelings a lot. But I have to say, I respect it in a way because given his age, right? Given Joey's age, it's kind of like no bullshit. Yes, it wasn't his business. Yes, he could have stayed out of it. But I felt like he was looking out for Harriet. I feel like he knows, right, what men are like. And of course, he's been in the dressing room with the men when they talk about the women. You know, he was chanting, Ciaran was chanting Nicole's name. There's no lie there. He was spelling a name out or whatever he was doing. So I feel like an older brother. Yeah, like an older brother, Joey was looking out for Harriet when he pretty much forced that answer out of Ciaran. You know, kind of like, stop playing with her, just say what you want. And I respect it. It's like a grown man thing. It's a grown man way to do things. It's how I like to do things. No bullshit. Even if it's going to hurt my feelings, even if I'm going to be like sad for a second, at least it ruined things quickly. And then Harriet could move on to other men that liked her. And even the next day, you know, there was that like morning chat with Joey, between Joey and Harriet, when he gave her a hug and said, you know, he's glad that things are, you know, sorted now. At least she knows how Ciaran really feels, and he's looking out for her. He wants her to crack on with other men, and he's like, yeah, like go in and really, really put in the work, like do the grafting, like hardcore grafting. That was good advice. That was really good big brother advice, and I rate Joey for that. Yes, in terms of bro code, maybe I guess he sort of broke it, but you know what, the game's the game. I still prefer the way that Joey went about it. I felt like I would rather have him look out for Harriet than respect the bro code. So was it snitchy of him? Was it being a snitch by saying what was going on in the room with the boys? Yes, but yeah, I still think it was the best thing to do so that our girl Harriet can move on. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of Harriet. We'll get onto her later. But yeah, I think it's for the best. In the end, she can just leave that 21-year-old boy alone and go for someone slightly more mature and perhaps ready for something serious. I don't know if anyone on Love Island is actually ready for something serious. Even Joey Essex himself, okay? He went there saying, oh yeah, he's looking for a wifey. Why do guys lie like this? Why do you think so? You're just saying you're looking for wifey. Do you think that convinces us? I don't know if you're convincing anyone, but not me. You're not fooling me. Okay, you think going in there saying you're looking for wifey would make us believe you any more than we would if you didn't say you're looking for wifey? No, we don't believe a word you say. Actions, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so many men have claimed, even on dating apps, oh my god, dude, they lie through their asses. They know now. They know what women want. They know what women want to hear. So they say things like, oh yes, I'm looking for a relationship. They put on their dating profile, long-term relationship. I've gone out with at least 2 people that had on their profile, they're looking for long-term relationships, but they're pulling short-term games. They're being overly touchy on the first date, like cracking, you know, sexual jokes that is so not warranted. Chickening out. I dated someone for like 2.5 months that said he was ready for a relationship. Not necessarily verbatim ready for a relationship. He said he was open to it, you know, open to a relationship, happy to like, you know, take things seriously if it goes that way. But then 2 months in, chickening out, you know, kind of like, oof, no, a bit too much. I didn't even have to ask where are we going. He saw that he was going to relationshipville, relationship land, and he opted out of it, which is fine. But it just goes to say, don't believe what they have on their profile. You know, same with real life. Don't believe what they tell you. They come in here looking for wifey. I'll believe it when I see it. Mr. Joey Essex, I believe it when I see it. And not just to him, to all the other boys as well that came into the villa saying, yeah, they're looking for the one. You're right. The one, my ass. Get out of here. Get out of my face. I'll believe it when I see it. Moving on swiftly now to Islander number 4, Mr. Sean. Sean is a 24-year-old from Hertford and he sells sweets for a living. This one's quite interesting. When he said that, I pictured him on TikTok. You know those salespeople on the TikTok live that kind of like, you know, sell in real time. I always wonder, when do they take a break to go pee or something? But that's what I pictured, especially during the intro video. It kind of seemed like he's like a telemarketer kind of vibe, a TikTok sweet seller. Quite a odd, unorthodox profession, but yeah, you do you. I don't mind it. I guess you could call him an entrepreneur. But yeah, the fact that he sells sweets, I probably wouldn't go near him because I've got a sweet tooth and it will probably just ruin my guts, okay? It would ruin my digestion. It would probably make me fat. And yeah, I will not date Ciaran for that reason. But facially, I don't know. I don't really fancy blondes. If you know me, you know that. I don't really fancy blondes, but I can appreciate his sweet good look, okay? He has this thing with his smile and his eyes. Together, I can see how it would fool women. I can see how the look, the smile and the eyes, I can see how women will fall for him. It gives that sweet boy look, even though we know for a fact you can't look that good as a man and be really sweet. That's literally our problem right now in the dating world. Ask any woman, okay? What is the biggest challenge we're facing is that attractive guys don't want a relationship. Yeah, at least that's what I'm feeling. The attractive ones, the ones that you would look at and you'd be like, yeah, it's a bit of me. They don't want to settle. And I get it. If you have a lot of options, why do you want to settle so quickly? Especially when you're in your 20s, you know what I mean? You want to play the field. You want all the options you can get. Enjoy your 20s, enjoy your life. But we cannot, sweep over the fact that having extremely attractive looks, or I would say 8 out of 10 and up looks, you can't deny the fact that it gives you loads of options, and that could make you a douchebag because you're like, oof, all these women want me. So no matter how kind his looks are, I still don't buy it, because when you look that good, there is a chance that you will be an asshole as a man. I don't think the same is the case in reverse with women. I think there are lots of attractive women in real life and on the apps that do want relationships. I think women, for some reason, and I guess biologically, perhaps crave companionship more and stability and security more, whereas men, on the other hand, I think they just crave like excitement and novelty more and wanting new women every now and then. So yeah, what do I have to say about Ciaran? Ciaran hasn't really had a lot of screen time. At the moment, he's still into Harriet. He claims to be into Harriet. I don't even remember who he was coupled with at the beginning, but I hope it works out for him. I think he seems like a decent guy. He hasn't done anything problematic yet. Although I wonder, the fact that Harriet blew up, at Ciaran, was really upset at Ciaran, and he still wants her. I was quite surprised by that. And I guess it goes to say, like, you can't really turn men off as easily if they find you attractive. Men lead with the looks, okay? If you can, like, tickle their fancy physically, looks-wise, and, body-wise, I think they will see the red flags and turn a blind eye. They will see the red flags and close their eyes like this. Like, no, I can't see, I'm blind. That's men for you, okay? And yeah, women do it too. I'm not going to just like overly gender that. But I think as women, if we see a man treat another woman a certain way, we would be slightly cautious, because we'll think, if he can do that to her, what's to say he's not going to do that to me? Which I will also talk about with Nicole and Ciaran. I'll get onto that. But yeah, so Ciaran, the fact that you still want Harriet after she lashed out and was screaming at Ciaran and getting all upset. This girl has cried so many times on the show. Harriet, she's cried so much. And she keeps saying, I'm not crying, but you're crying. There's tears in your eyes. What are those then? If they're not tears, what are those? She's literally crying and saying, I'm not crying. And she'll say, I'm not crying for the boy. It's okay. It's okay to cry for the boy. It's okay. You have feelings. You're human. It's fine. But yeah, nothing more to say about Ciaran. There's not much to him, or maybe they're not giving him enough airtime because he hasn't really had like a chance with a woman yet. So yeah, moving on swiftly from Ciaran to Islander number 5. We've got our girl Harriet here. Harriet is 24 from Brighton and she's a dancer and personal shopper. She has a fun job, I have to say, and it kind of shows in her personality. She has this very like light on her feet kind of personality, like very very like, you know, moving up and down and, you know, always here and there and loud and a little bit hysterical personality. A voice though, a voice annoys me. I'm sorry, I don't like her voice. She sounds too like, I don't know it, you do that. Her voice is a little bit too high pitched for me. It's too loud and like, I don't know, it has a little bit of like a childish feel to it. And so does her personality, but I like the youthfulness. I like women that don't take things too like on their head, like not too seriously. I don't want to say too seriously because she does take things seriously, but she also has like a very kind of like carefree, that's the right word. She has a very carefree way to life, especially with the boys. Like she doesn't look into situations enough. She's just falling so easily for this man. Like she fell for Ciaran so easy, considering that on the first day she didn't like him. I was so surprised by this. They were both voted least likely to, list wifey material, list husband material, and that's how they got coupled up, right? Ciaran and Harriet. So the fact that fast forward 2 days, he is catching feels. I'm like, this girl falls too quickly. She's too careless with her heart. But also, I guess it's the youngness. Is she not 22 or 23? What is it? I just read out. I don't remember now. 23, perhaps. And I guess it shows. So she's 24. Okay. Slightly older than I would have thought. By then you should start getting your shit together slightly with the men. But yeah, she has a very like carefreeness when she's literally diving head first into these like situationships, you know, with Ciaran. Considering Ciaran's 21, like when you're with a 21-year-old, knowing that women mature faster than men, knowing that you're older, so really you're dating a 19-year-old, basically, as a 24-year-old dating a 21-year-old. You're dating a 19-year-old man. And it shows with the way he acts, right? So the fact that she didn't go into that slightly more careful is surprising to me because you didn't even really like him in the start. Or maybe she was pretending not to like him in the start. I don't know which it is, but Harriet, like, get a grip, okay? Calm down, slow down, less crying, more cheerful, happy vibes. You know, I want you to show your dancer, you know, personality, fun, flirtiness that I saw in the intro video. I want to see more of that and less crying. Like, you look good, you know? She has really strong facial structures, really, really strong. I don't know if they're fake or real, but whichever it is, it's your face, okay? So flaunt it, like banging body as well. So I want her to just enjoy her youthfulness. I get loads of like youthful energy from her that I'm slightly envious of, that I don't really have. I do be taking things seriously. Like I take life so seriously, whereas I see her as someone that's so like, you know, throwing caution into the wind kind of girl. And I kind of like that about her. And I want her to be a little more like happy, you know, flirty, kind of like Uma, happy go lucky. I want her to be more flirty and less crying tears about men when it's literally only been a week. So yeah, don't have anything else to say about Harriet. So the drama with her and Nicole, I get it. It's uncomfortable to be in a house with another girl that you know your quote unquote man fancies. I think it's hard. Nicole got mad at her for not saying that she kissed Ciaran in bed, which I kind of get it. I think it's better if Ciaran told Nicole himself as opposed to Harriet telling Nicole, because it could come off as if she's trying to show off, like, oh, by the way, he kissed me in bed. It could come off as if she's trying to sabotage, you know, Nicole and Ciaran's thing. So I kind of get it. I don't know why she didn't say, but I'm giving my own reasons as to why I probably wouldn't have said anything to Nicole either. So besides that drama, yeah, I think Harriet seems like a decent girl. I don't know who else wouldn't be upset that someone they like someone else and be perhaps a little bit bitchy about it. It's fine. It's like, yeah, I'm just a girl in the world. You're just a girl, okay? I get it. She seems like a decent girl. So, yeah, I like Harriet. So far, so good. Moving on to Islander number 6. Ayo, another Nigerian here in the villa. Ayo is 25 from East London and is a model and a footballer. Everyone is a footballer. Let me just start with that. All the boys, rugby player, semi-pro, footballer, all of them semi-pro. That does not, it literally does nothing for me. I don't think it's that hard. Sorry, I don't mean to like diss anyone. I don't think it's that hard to be a semi-pro footballer. Is it? Is it that hard? I think I've played football with semi-pro female footballers before. Am I bugging? I used to play football. I stopped earlier in the year. I played for, I say it like I used to play a lot. No, I started playing football almost 2 years ago. I played for like a year and then I stopped earlier this year because I found like it was a bit too tough on my lungs, especially in the cold. Anyway, so when I would play in leagues, I've played with semi-pro footballers before, female footballers, and it was so aggressive. Oh my God, it literally shoved me across. Oh, that's another reason I stopped playing. They shoved me across the field, and like my leg, I'm pretty sure I broke something. I never checked it out, but my leg hurt for like 3 months straight. Literally, I was slightly limping. But anyway, I don't really find it that impressive to say you're a semi-pro footballer or a semi-pro rugby player. That does nothing for me. I'm sorry. But looks-wise, hello there. You could come a little bit closer, Aya. Nigerian to Nigerian. You know, we already have a vibe going on. I like Aya. I think it's fit. I mean, 6'6", maybe slightly too tall for me. I'm like only 5'2.3". But I will still take him. I was like, why would I say no? Come on, like a guy that fit is fit. It's got chocolate, clean, sweet skin. I just want to like bite into it. I hope none of my family see this. Okay, I hope none of them sees this. But yeah. Ayo is a bit of me. He's like, yeah, very sweet looking. I don't know if I believe what he says just yet. I don't think I have a reason to doubt him yet, besides my innate skepticism with men in general. I think he likes Mimii, but is very much open to other girls, very much so. And I wish he didn't kiss Mimii just yet. I get it. It's trying to build chemistry, perhaps test the chemistry out. But I kind of wish he didn't do that, because now he's got Mimii kind of wrapped around his fingers. Mimii defo likes him now. And kind of is sad because now Uma's come in and also, you know, taken an interest in Ayo. And it's going to be a battle. They're both beautiful women. They're both Nigerian women. They're both like, you know, very like sexy. They have a thing to them, but also different. They're so different. I mentioned earlier, Uma is very much fun, flirty, and I think Mimii is more reserved and calculative. Like she's always looking around, you know, watching and observing people. I don't know if calculative is the right word. Very quiet and observant. Keeps her card close to her chest. I wish Mimii would flirt a bit more and look outside of Ayo a bit more. I know some women don't date outside their race. Some women are only attracted to their race. I get that, which I get from Mimii as well. I think she probably only likes Ayo, but I wish she would just flirt with other men. Just give it a try, you know. Sometimes you never know. You never really know what's around the corner. You know, talk to some of these boys. Maybe talk to Sean. He's still a free bird, you know. Talk to Sean. Flirt a bit more with, you know, who else is out there. I'm going to talk about someone. The someone I'm going to talk about in a second. Sam. So mad. But that would have been someone I would love Mimii to go for, because he's a bit of me. I think he is my number one. You know, with the OG Islanders, he definitely is my number one. But yeah, with Ayo, I like what he's doing so far. I think it's fine. I think it's fine that he's moving to Uma. Who wouldn't? She's attractive, she's hot, she's, fun and flirty. But I hope that it doesn't, loses its chance with Mimii, because I think they're a decent match. I don't know. I don't know who I like for him more. But yeah, so where I stopped was when, like I said earlier, Omar walked in. No, he hasn't walked in yet. When they announced that Omar was waiting for Mimii for a date. And Aya's face literally sank. He literally was like this. He literally couldn't smile. Like, he's probably like rethinking his entire life decisions in that moment. But I like Aya. I like Aya not just because he's Nigerian, but because he's also hot. And he seems like a good, decent guy. So yeah, we're going to move on now to Islander number 7. If I miscount, forgive me. I'm going to say number 7. Jess. Jess is 25 from Stockport and she's a shop manager. I'm trying to remember Jess. Who is Jess into? I don't actually know. Jess, is she the one that is with Ronnie? I think she is. I think she's the one with Ronnie. Yes, I think she's the one with Ronnie. Or at least they have a thing going on at the moment. I'm not. Oh, are they coupled up? I think they are coupled up. Anyway, Jess. She is pretty. She's really pretty. I think she is one of the people that may go far in the episode just because she doesn't really cause that much trouble with the boys. But also, she's entertaining enough with the girls where, she has a bit of a rift with one or two of them. She said a thing to Harriet. She has that thing with the other girl, Patsy. There's a bit of a rift going on there with what's been said and what's not been said. With some saying, some girls, what is it? Whoever told you to do that isn't your friend. When Harriet went up to explode basically at Ciaran, there was something being said about someone not being someone's good friend, whatever. So yeah, there was that, and I sensed a bit of like, oh my god, like bitchiness, like intense. Oh my god, between Patsy and Jess, there was so much like intense eye contact going on, like kind of like mean girl looks. I don't want to say right now that they're mean girls, but blimey, like there was literally like such strong, beachy, mean looks being passed across in that moment. That was like, oof, I don't want to be caught in that crossfire right now. But yeah, they really, really have like very beachy attitudes that was caught in that moment, and I get it. Everyone's going to be defensive when they've been attacked. So I don't want to say she's a bitch, but yeah, that moment kind of scared me a little bit because before then I always thought she was like, yeah, cool girl, sweet, not really causing any trouble. But with that one thing, I'm thinking, perhaps there's a little bit of crazy here that we haven't unleashed yet. And that's another reason I'm saying perhaps she would be entertainment material. She might actually go far when more people start to step on her toes. Moving on now to Islander number 8. My favorite man, Sam. Sam is a 23-year-old from Chesterfield and is a hairstylist. Sexy job. Another job that I'm not too sure I want to date a man in that field. Just because, again, too exposed to loads of beautiful women and there's just too much chance for flirtation and for eyes to go wandering and for things to happen that you don't intend to happen. Too many chances for mistakes to be made. You're massaging someone's scalp, they're falling in love with you, that you're making them look pretty before you know it, they're in your bed. I don't want it. Too much. So personally, job wise, I wouldn't go for Sam. But looks wise, oh my. When I talk about my type, I have so many types because I am genuinely attracted to every race. I like all the boys. That's something I've always said. I want all the men in the whole world, okay? I want every man from every race, from every ethnicity, from everywhere in the world. I don't know, I'm blessed like that. I'm attracted to everybody, there's not one race I'm not attracted to, genuinely. So I do like Sam, besides the excessive tattooing. I don't like how many tattoos he has. I don't like that his whole body's covered in tattoos. But boy, Sam, oh my god. I think I also know what it is. Sam reminds me of someone I used to date. And I'm ashamed to say after 2 years, I still got that a bit of tingle. I still got that tingle from looking at him like, oof. It kind of took me back to that moment when I was still with that guy I used to date from 2022. Shit, it's been a long time. It's just crazy though how that can happen. But anyway, so Sam does remind me of one of my exes. Sexy, sexy look, sexy demeanor. He carries himself so confidently. The mullet, I actually don't mind at all. I think some people do pull off the mullet. I don't mind it at all. I know girls hate it for some reason. I think it's good. It looks good on him. I like the clean shave, with the stubble. I like the little eyebrow pat, which normally I don't like it, but it looks good on him. He pulls everything off so much. I don't really like nose rings, but he pulls everything off so much. I don't like earrings on men in general, but he pulls it off so much. Oh, this guy was the hottest. This guy was the hottest of them all. And the fact that it took him out so quickly, I don't know what they were trying to do, but it made no sense. And I hope they pull a Molly. Not Molly May, the other Molly from last year. I hope they pull a Molly and bring him back in, as like a bombshell, because he will be bumming the entire place up, okay? This guy is hot. He's one of the hottest islanders to ever walk into the villa, period. He's hot. He's hot as fuck. Pardon my French. And normally not into younger guys, but I don't think I would say no. I don't think I would say no to a man like Sam. I think just once. Just once. Let's try it just once. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. This is me being open to whatever the universe has to offer. No, but seriously, I love Sam. And it's sad that unfortunately I don't have much to say about him because we never really got much airtime. But from what I saw, I'm already in love. You don't even have to show me anymore. I'm already sold. And I did follow him on Instagram. And reacted to one of his posts. It was actually the day after he left the villa. Well, the day after it aired that he left the villa. And he was recording himself, sort of watching himself on TV and laughed, because of how short his time was on the show. But yeah, I like Sam. I wish he would come back. I hope he comes back to the show because I want to see more of him. I mean, I can do that on Instagram, but I do want to see more of him. He's a bit of me. He's my type. Besides the tattoo and the piercings. Moving on now to Islander number 9. Like I said, if I'm wrong with the numbering, sorry, you do the count. Mimii. This is my girl Mimii. She's 24 from Portsmouth, and she's a mental health nurse. I like it. I like that she has a bit of a white collar job that's not fancy or unorthodox or whatever. She has kind of like a standard doctor, lawyer, nurse, teacher, banker kind of job. I like that for her. And yeah, like I said, I feel like I've already kind of talked about Mimii while talking about Ayo and Uma. Nice personality. She seems cool, calm and collected, but I just want her to be more fun. I have to say, I want her to be more fun. She kind of made a comment about resting beach face, and yes, she kind of has that. I wish she would just more flirty, more energy, more flirty, more energy. Stop being so chill on a show like Love Island. They would take your man away. Mimii, open your eyes, shine your eyes, shine your eyes. Go and flirt with men. Go and graft. I swear to God, if you lay it thick on them with that big thick ass, you yourself, you'll be surprised at how many fishes you'll be able to catch. I almost dropped my phone there. You will be surprised because you are pretty, you're tall, nice lean body, got the big ass, got the nice personality. So you just need to unleash, your inner, feminine energy, dark feminine as opposed to too timid feminine. Playful feminine as opposed to too timid feminine, combine a bit of Uma with who else is kind of silly in there, Who else is kind of silly? I would like her to combine. I guess Harriet. Combine a bit of like hot-headed Harriet with fun, flirty Omar and see what you get out of it, So I'm gonna move on from Mimii just because I've already talked about her. I love her. I think she's so beautiful. I hope there's still something going on with her and Ayo, and if not, I hope Omar is able to sweep her off her feet and just give her another chance in there. I don't want her to go just yet. I hope she comes out of her shell and gives us more personality, more fun and flirtatious energy, and less keeping to herself. You can't go on a show like Love Island and just be like that. I get it. You're trying to not act stupid for a man, but you did cry when Omar came in, so you do be catching feels. So just like lay into it, like allow the feels and react. More reaction from you is what I want, Mimii. Okay, now that she can hear me. Anyway, moving on to Islander number 9, 10, 9. Fuck it, I'm gonna say 10. Patsy. So Patsy is 29 from Orpington and she's an office administrator. Similarly to Jess, I don't know much about Patsy besides the hot conversation and a bit of a rift they had in the girls' dressing room. Patsy. I like that she was open about her disability with our arm, or was it a right arm? That's nice to see, and that she was open about it. She shared it with what's the other guy's name? Shit, I forgot his name. Munveer, and I think they have a thing going on. They haven't shown us enough airtime for us to say that it's gonna go somewhere. But yeah, I feel like they do have a thing going on. And yeah, did they pick her? Did Munveer pick Patsy? Yes, I think he did. So yeah, let's see what happens with them. They're not necessarily, in my opinion, Munveer and Patsy, I don't see them winning the show. Basically, I don't see them winning the show together. But there might be a bit of like chemistry there, perhaps. We'll have to wait and find out. There might be something blooming. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a bit too early to tell with them. But personality-wise, she seems all right. Gets along with the girls for the most part. Very chatty as well. She seems to have a lot to say. I don't like that she encouraged Harriet to go and fight the boy. Similarly to what Jess said, I wouldn't encourage that behavior. But yeah, I guess everyone's different. You do you, boo. All right. Islander number 11. Munveer. I feel like I've kind of killed two birds with one stone there. Like I said, Munveer, 30 from Sorry, recruitment manager. Not much to say. He's a cute guy. I like his hair. I like his looks. I think he is a bit of me. If he moved to me, I will say yes. I may not go after him, but I would definitely be giving him a try. I think he's attractive, 100%. Yeah, kind of a bit of me, actually. Let's be honest. He is a bit of me. Chatty personality. A little bit too, icky with the overly confident things that tried to do in the beginning. Like, oh yeah, doing his hair like this. No, I don't like that, okay? I like men that are hot and don't need to say it. You know what I mean? Like, you're hot. We know. We can see. You don't need to tell me. I can see with my own eyes that you're hot, okay? Allow it. Allow us to be the judge of your hotness and your riz, okay? Don't need to say it every 2 seconds. But it's kind of like allowed it settle now. He's not hammering too much on how great he is anymore. So yeah, I like him a little more now. I like that he didn't really stress it with Mimii. When Mimii was going off with Ayo, he didn't really, men don't really get offended like that with things like that compared to women anyway. But I like that he allowed it. He saw that things were developing and he allowed it. And he's also grafting his own graft, going after Patsy or whoever it is he's into. So yeah. Good for you, Munveer. We're not going to stay too long on this. Islander number 12. Nicole is 24. Oh, wow. She's much younger than I thought. I'm sorry. She's from Aberdare. Yeah, she's an account manager. I don't know, maybe it's because of the lips or whatever it is, the makeup or the tan. I don't know what it is, but she looks much older. Is it eyelashes? She looks much older than 24. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. I'm going to say the truth on this podcast. Okay, it's my podcast. Okay, if you don't want to hear it, turn it off. She does look older than 24. I thought she was the 29-year-old. Who is the 29-year-old? Anyway, Nicole, nice chatty girl. The accent, like I said earlier, strong. The accent is the accenting, very strong Welsh accent. She's the Welsh one, right? Yeah. Really, really hard to hear when you're not looking at the TV. Like when I'm looking away, I feel like I'm not really getting what she's saying until I look back at the screen. I don't need subtitles. It hasn't gotten that bad, okay? But I do need to look at her while she's speaking to understand her. Personality wise, yeah, I think she's fun. I think she's making a bit of a mistake though with Ciaran. Now that I know she's 24, less so. I thought she was 29. Which is I was thinking, shit, why would you be dating a 21-year-old? But knowing that she's 24 now, I guess it's kind of better. She could date a 21-year-old. Yeah, I think it's all right. But given the way Ciaran has gone about it with Harriet, I don't know if she should go in like head first. You go what I mean? I think she should be a little bit more cautious. She should sleep with one eye open like that. And see what Ciaran's up to when she's not looking. Because the same way that they come, that is the same way that they go. If he's doing that with Harriet, and I'm not saying he's doing anything particularly crazy. I'll get onto it when I talk about Ciaran. But if he is able to just kind of do the switch like that, kiss someone in bed, saying he likes Nicole, one day is not sure about Harriet, the other day maybe Harriet, actually no, today's Nicole. You don't really want to be with someone like that long term. But if you're looking for a fun summer fling, then yeah, Ciaran is the one for you. And I get it. I think she likes the attention. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to feel like the chosen one? Who doesn't want to feel like, oh yeah, I was with someone before, but then I saw you and then I'm deciding between you and her and I chose you. Like, who wouldn't want to hear that? So let's cut her some slack, with the bit of the chip she has on her shoulder right now, smiling when she kind of heard what happened with Harriet and Ciaran. Like, oh, I told her. They asked me on the spot and I told her that, Nicole, she kind of did a little smirk there. And I get it. Like I said, I get it. Who doesn't want to be wanted? I want to be wanted. Don't you want to be wanted? Of course you want to be wanted. So, of course, we want to be chosen out of the crowd. We want someone that will look at us and go, yes, you're the one. You're the one that I want. You're the one for me. We all want that. But in this case, I fear that the same way that he comes is the same way it's going to go. When the new bombshell comes in, that tickles his fancy, that catches his eye, he's going to do another 180 and go on to someone new. So watch your back, be cautious, and go in with a little bit more caution. You can go for it, of course, but just be smart. Lead with your heart, yes, but take your head along with you. That's all I have to say about Nicole. Pretty girl, nice body, crazy accents, but still a good match for the show. I think she's good airtime. Moving on to Islander number 13. Do we have that many people in right now? Girl, I don't know. Forget it. Ronnie. This one, grab a drink for this, okay? Because I have a lot to say about Ronnie. Why on earth do people like this boy? He is, in my opinion, is the least attractive man on that show right now. He's the least attractive man on that show. What the fuck? What is it with Ronnie? Harriet likes Ronnie. Jess likes Ronnie. I think even Mimii looked at Ronnie some kind of way. I saw a little bit of something there. I don't know why people like Ronnie. All the girls are saying, oh, Ronnie. Oh my God. Do you guys not see the glaring... This guy is covered in red. He is a walking red flag. I kind of hinted at it earlier. Guys that get too excited when girls come in especially the first 3 episodes. I think the first like 3 episodes, I would say, it was acting crazy. You know, the men that start shaking, they start getting jittery when the pretty girl comes in. Like, have you not seen women before? She's just a woman. And the fact that these other girls are just like, ignore. Do you guys not see what I see? And you know what? Sometimes I don't feel bad for women when they start crying about some guy that breaks their heart, because you see someone do shit like that. Like, it told 2 girls the exact same thing actually in the first day, or acted the same way. What is it that he did? I'm trying to like crack my memory to remember now. Just like the movie Made, with like kissing their forehead or something. What was it that he did? Oh my god. Or grabbing their shoulder, grabbing their waist, or like kissing their forehead or their cheek. He did a move, the exact same move basically, with 2 girls. I don't remember now. I hope you know what I'm saying watching this now, but he literally did the same thing to 2 different women, and literally was almost moving to all of them at the same time. He was trying his chance with every single woman. And yes, that is the show, but he also like, do you not see how he acts? Am I the only one that's seeing this? Am I bugging? Because the guy gives me red flags instant, I can't say the word, instantaneously. When I saw him, I was like, oh, watch out for that one. He literally gave me the ick on another level, because I'm like, boy, calm down. Like, oh, I don't like guys that get too giddy, too excited, like can't control themselves when a pretty woman walks in. That's who he is. I do not see this guy being faithful at all. It's the kind of guy that will tell you, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Do you guys remember that stupid comment he made when he was choosing? They haven't addressed it yet at the time I'm recording this, because Umar just walked in. It's that episode when the guys are picking what girl they want to couple up with, and he's saying things like, oh, I'm coupled up with Jess now, but I'm still open to see what happens, but right now it's her. Why would you even say that in the recoupling? Like, it's so stupid. Do you not have common sense? Why are guys like this? Why are men like this? But also, this is him, this is who he is. I hope Jess's eyes open a little bit so she can see what's going on. I hope other girls see it too, because that's the him that I've seen from episode 1, from scene 1, episode 1. I had seen it immediately. That's who he is. It's like, yeah, you're good enough for now. I'm not promising anything. Don't think there's anything going on here. You're right now to play with. That's who I see him as. I may be wrong. Not claiming to be an expert here. Just because I have a dating show doesn't mean I am the boss of everything dating and relationships. No. But I do be seeing, and I smell bullshit from far away. I know bullshit when I see it. And that guy has BS written all over him. Run away from Ron. Run away from Ronnie. Girls, run away from Ron. He's not it. He is not it. And I think we're about to get a lot more drama from Ronnie, and I'm kind of here for it. But again, I don't really see what they see, because really, of all the guys, he's the bottom for me. He's at the bottom right now for me. Of all the men in that villa right now, Ronnie is the one I would rate the least. He's not ugly by any means. I think all the guys this year are just attractive. Literally, all the guys this year are killing it. I think right now the guys are actually beating the women in terms of looks this season. But like I said, Ronnie is not doing anything for me. If he walked into a room, I would look the other way. I walk in the opposite direction. All right, I'm done being mean. Let's move on from Ronnie. Oh my God, Jesus. There's no one I like the least right now than Ronnie. So yeah, let's forget. Not even Ciaran. Ciaran I even like more than Ronnie. So I just think he hasn't unleashed his madness yet, and we're about to see it. My prediction, we're about to see it. Second to last Islander, we have Sam. Sam I've kind of talked about briefly. 26-year-old from Liverpool, makeup artist. She had a funny moment there when she talked about her makeup. I don't know if this was in the unseen bits, I'm not too sure, where she was like, oh, girls pay me £45 an hour to get the face done just to go out for tea or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you don't need to tell us exactly how much you earn per hour, but good for you. I know makeup artists make good money anyway. But yeah, I like Sam. I think she's good TV. I like that she kind of like carries herself confidently. I like that she's a little bit hot-headed. That she's not going to be like, oh, just because I'm a Joey Essex, I'm going to be harsh. No, she kind of is still being spicy, which is her normal self, I would say. There was no need for that drama though with Joey and her, where she's like, she was getting a little bit too possessive when a new girl came in, when Omar came in and wanted Joey as her second date. I think that made Sam feel some kind of way, but I don't think Sam had any right to be that mad. If she was actually that mad, like the boys thought she was, I don't think she has any right to be, because you literally were excited when Joey came in as well, and you wanted Joey to pick you, which means you weren't really satisfied with your man Sam. So if you add that energy for a new boy, then don't be too surprised when the boy has that energy for a new girl, you know? It goes around. What goes around comes around. So if she was really being cheeky and funny, then fine. But if she was really upset, then she has no reason to be upset, okay? I know it still hurts. It still kind of pinches you because you're like, oh, my man, that's not my man. But you still kind of want him to be your man. So I guess it still freaks her that she's, you know, with Joey Essex. She kind of made a joke about it, didn't she? Was it her or Nicole that said, oh, I can't believe I just kissed Joey Essex. My mom's going to see this or something. But yeah, I think she's excited that he is who he is, a celebrity, and she finds him hot. Like, who doesn't find Joey Essex hot? You know, I do, certainly do, and I think a lot of the girls do. So yeah, I get it, but at the same time, calm down, okay? Just chill a little bit, just take it down the notch, be a little bit more flirty and fun. That I see that you can be, and you are. I think Joey's more likely to like that and be drawn to that and be gravitated. Gravitate. I can't believe Joey doesn't know what gravitate means, but I think Joey will be gravitated more towards her if she continues to be more cool, calm, collected, and fun and funny Sam, as opposed to like crazy, possessive Sam. So yeah, I like her. So far, so good. Also, someone else that I'm looking out for that I think will probably make it, you know, towards the end, you know, of the season. I'm not sure if she's going to be in the finale just quite, because I don't know what new girls are coming in yet, but I think she will make it, yeah, to a good extent. Our final Islander now, I think Islander number 14 or 15, Lord knows, you do the counting. Ciaran. Again, we've touched on Ciaran several times. 21-year-old, rated least boyfriend material because it was being a bit like dodgy with his past relationship. He wouldn't really tell much, which is fine. You might not want to tell your business, especially if it's recent. But yeah, I mean, given the demographic this year, I think we are getting older people on Love Island this year. The past seasons, we did have like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, a lot of 21-year-olds. Whereas this season, you know, we have 33-year-old Joey Essex. We have 29-year-old women. We have 25, 24, 23. I think we have an older demographic. The fact that 21 is actually the youngest, I like it. You know, get the teenagers off the show. Really, I think the show should be 21 plus. So I like that, you know, he's the youngest. I like that 21 is the youngest. Looks wise, he also reminds me of someone. He reminds me of someone I went out with, combined with someone I know from work, from where I used to work. My friends who know exactly who this is. Reminds me of those two people combined. But yeah, good looks. And he knows he's attractive. He is a bit of me. He is someone that if he approached me, I would definitely say yes. And he's someone that I will make not a move towards, but I will kind of like get myself in his vicinity if he was older, if he were older, because I wouldn't never date a 21-year-old. I don't care the circumstances. I don't care. The 23 is the least I would go, but would have to meet in person. I've said this before, not on the apps. Nope. I do 1 year younger on the apps and I go, I think, 8 years older. So each year it goes up a year on the apps. 26 now, so 34 is the oldest I would go ideally. But in terms of like younger, just 25. I can't do it. But in real life, if we met in real life and the guy was giving mature vibes and it was fun, flirty, good job, man in finance, trustworthy, 6'5", blue eyes, China, 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a man, I'm looking for a man, I'm looking for a man. Thailand, Strasbourg. Actually, let me do my version. I'm looking for a man at Google. Tech bro. 6'2", obsessed with me. Google. Tech bro. 6'2", obsessed with me. I'm looking for a man, looking for a tech bro, tech bro, tech bro. Guys, I'm tired. Let's end it here. This is my part 1. Love Island 2024 UK. I don't know what season this is. It's been a long time coming. But this is my first talk about it. I'll do more. This is my character breakdown, the personality breakdown, and there was some predictions here and there. But yeah, so this is the first 5-6 episodes recap. I'll come back again next week with the other week show recap. So yeah, anyway, I'm tired. I'm already saying random things, slightly dehydrated. I need to go and drink something or eat something as well. I'm kind of hungry. All right, my name's Angie and I'll see you guys again next week. I hope you have enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to watch all of my other videos and share it with your friends. Why are you being selfish? Share it. Okay, bye-bye.